And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be carrying on the story of Shadowbringers. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Armorang at 12:30. We just unlocked flying in the zone. So now let's go on. The next quest is called More Than a Hunch. So are you feeling alright, Mithrie? After you defeat the Life Warden, I could swear I saw its Aether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. Okay. Makes sense. She sees it too, then. Interesting. Okay, so we need to go to the Crystarium, so let's teleport straight there. So we're finally getting there, viewers. We're finally getting through the story of Shadowbringers. I just wasn't prepared to rush it. I just really wasn't. It has definitely been a great journey, and I'm going to be, as always, sad when it comes to an end. But that's life, isn't it? Okay, let's talk to Y'shtola. So the others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Reen, have you noticed anything peculiar about Mithrie's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, she won't mind. Well, since Minthelia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, though I didn't think anything of it at first, but after we defeated the Warden in Armorang, I realised something was wrong. You've absorbed its Aether, Mithrie, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Than it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Uh-oh. Mithrie? If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her? Distinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minthelia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may be yet able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Understood. The other two were rude. Good. Whether you want it or not, you have most certainly earned some respite. Okay. So, as per always, once we get there, we will continue. Okay, here we are. So is everything alright, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready. If you'd care to retire? Sure. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. Cool. So this is where you've been hiding? Why did you stay behind?
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang? I see. Minfilia's gone, then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
Dang it. So she's going Super Saiyan.
What's the matter? Are you alright?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, so much light, even it hurts the dead. My god.
What just happened?
There was something Minfilia said to me. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
So is he going to absorb all the light from us?
No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Intrude.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
I'm fine.
That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
I'll see it through. The end is finally in sight. When the Warden is dead, will your work finally be done?
Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
Please tell me you've finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. Gods, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble now. I'm going to assume that there's no voice on purpose. Look around you. This isn't war. It is a sickness, and it's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story. When the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. So Heavensward is just a story now. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Cryptic. I like it. What peculiar dream? Was that the past? Wow. Okay, so we got an achievement. Let's see if it comes with a title. Okay, the title is Of the Sunless Sea. Of the Sunless Sea. Okay, next quest is called Return to Eulmore. By the way his face lights up at your approach, the manager of suites has been waiting for you. Ah, Mistress Menethil, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the Ocular at your earliest convenience. And madam, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. Awesome. So once we get to the Exarch, we will continue. Okay, so let's see what the next plan of action is.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrant once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Sure.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Eulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Mithrie is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Eulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Eulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Okay. Okay, so we need to go to right. We can teleport straight there, thankfully. So let's go. My guess is Mithrie is the last Light Warden. It's just a guess, so. If it happens, then I'm gonna be totally shocked. There you are, Mithrie. The others have gone ahead to reconquer Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It's been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Eulmore? Since we faced Lord Mithrie and I felt such fury as I had never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Mithri's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he, and he alone, is the cure for the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he'll accept it with the good grace that I did is another question. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer? This time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Mithrie, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Eulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Okay, so we need to go to towards Gate Town. So once we get to the first location, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to the first person. So let's talk to this delirious youth. So, you hail the citizen, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. Eek. Okay, so next should be within the same circle. So let's see if we can find where they are. Okay, here they are. An agitated man. Lord Mithrie, we hear, we obey. Uh-oh. I like getting like Harry Potter vibes from this. Like, do you remember how Voldemort could whisper to all of the students? Okay, so that's done. Okay, once we get to the third place, we will continue. Okay, so here is a euphoric youth. So long live Lord Mithrie. Long live your Lord Mithrie. Okay, so we need to now find Thancred, who is in the town. So once we get to him, we will continue. Well, it really has been a while. Okay, let's talk to Thancred. So, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you notice of people behaving strangely along the path. It's more the same here. Yasholi and Elise are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Okay, let's complete. Okay, the next quest is called A Feast of Lies. So Urianger is trying to make sense of the strange phenomenon afflicting the residents of Gate Town. Maybe it's that food that they used to feed them.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles this stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Eek. And ew. Bleh.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Yeah, why not? Okay. So we have a fight. Let's do it. So when we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth. So, duty calls commence battle for a Feast of Lies. Will be synced to level 77. Item level 412. I think I'm like 406 at the moment.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away! Long live Lord
Voldemort. Hashtag rip off. Just kidding.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Okay, so let's do it.
Try and stop me!
Keep it up!
I mean, these are just citizens, they're not soldiers at the end of the day. Okay, let's carry on.
May the 12 guide you.
here.
One key binding that helps me a lot in situations like this is the target closest enemy. I've got it assigned to my middle click. I found I needed it when I was doing PvP. Because tab targeting can be annoying sometimes. So far, so good.
Pay me back later.
That's these two. These are like the jesters from Final Fantasy IX.
Show's over. I'll break your funny bone.
Gift for you.
You think this is funny?
Yeah, pretty much. Ha 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 ha. Very cool. I need to heal him. There's 4 more seconds and the burn will go away. Okay, so I need to just go on by myself. Let's hurry. Wow, it's been a while since I've been here.
You will find my master in his chamber.
He is very loyal. Or is he being controlled?
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
Why'd you go so far? You're one of his puppets too.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthre's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
So will this actually be the last fight against him? Like, we've saw him so many times. One second. There we go. Right. Let's do it. Okay, so they gave us like an hour to kill them. I just hope this isn't an indicator of game over. I really don't do that much DPS as a tank. Done. Whew, finally. Are you alright, Mithrie? So the citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Mithrie is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can. Ew.
Lord Mithrie! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Okay, that's not weird.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this?
Got an exorcist on us.
There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God.
Yeah, the fork as well.
Thancred, stop him!
Too late.
Where did he go?
What in the heavens?
Did Mithrie do that?
We must give chase. How will we get up there?
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
I'll help too.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Mithrie's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Oh my. So good news, Mithrie. It would seem that Rien is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vorthri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being there is no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help if you're willing. Okay. So you can now attune to the 8th Rite in Eulmore. Finally. Okay. So guys, I think that's a good time to end this episode. It was fun. So guys, if you like the episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there, you can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you guys, bye bye.